Welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel and become part of it, one big happy family, and help out with the journey. I'd like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile pic, and TikTok and Instagram, and also you can follow me on my page of crochet on Facebook, all under the same name, Crochet Art Tutorial by Maggie Lopez. These are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. I am in Europe, in Portugal. My threads go by color number and not by name. So this green would be color number 23, this lavender color number 26, and of course the beige, the cream color. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Help out with the channel. Sharing is caring. Share the channel or the video, your favorite video. A lot of the videos are pretty much named under the playlist. If you want the oval, if you want pineapples, if you want baby dresses, little girl dresses, or anything, oval, square, round, rectangular, all you have to do is go to the playlist and look under the titles there. So we're going to get started. For the most part, I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon my project, and of course a small pair of scissors and a small hook to tuck in your loose ends. Thank you so much, everybody. I also want to thank everybody that has been helping out the women in need of thread, either by shipping to them or by donating money to them or for them. Normally, they will put it into my PayPal because YouTube takes, I can't remember now if it's 20 or 30% of whatever you're donating. And thank you so much for your donations. Nancy McDonald, thank you so much, sweetheart. God bless you. And for the ones that have been just putting on the videos and letting those commercials run through and helping out with the channel, thank you. God bless you on that. Let's get started, everyone. Before I do forget, all of the links are below in the description box, below the video. The TikTok, the Instagram, my Facebook group, my Facebook page, my email, and you also can order any pattern that you wish to have. I do ship them out. And also I do ship out the threads. There's quite a few of you that order threads. These are $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. The shipping cost is like horrendous. So minimum order of six balls is the only way I can cover the shipping out. Okay? Because I know some of you will ask about the threads. Thank you, everyone. Okay, everyone. So we're going to create this beautiful, gorgeous oval centerpiece. This is my own design, my own creation. And this is a special doily centerpiece for Maggie Jean-Baptiste, which she is one of the members of my crochet groups on Facebook and also the moderator on YouTube when I go live. Very special friend as a sister. I love you dearly, Maggie. And I wanted to create this beautiful piece for her because she well deserves. For all the caring and all the patience she has with me a lot of times, and a good year to listen to me when, you need somebody to talk to. Anyway, I love her dearly, and I wanted to create something very special for her. And I know she absolutely loves purples. So here I am into the purples for her. So I'm sure she will enjoy it because she loves these colors. And I've created this with a lot of love for her. Cracked my head quite a bit on it because of the stitching. It had to all work with the granny squares, which I took down quite a few times, and the videos I had to delete it because it was not working out. Then finally I got it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for being here, and God bless every single one of you. Maggie, I couldn't be more excited to ship this out to you. So enjoy it and have it as a good souvenir out of a good sister that is far away in the middle of Atlantic Ocean. God bless you, and thank you, everyone. So enjoy the tutorial. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to start off using the white, not the cream, the white, sorry, the green, the lavender. And at this point, I don't know how many flowers I need yet, but I probably already have mentioned the very first video when I've completed the tutorial already. So I've done quite a few of these beautiful granny square 3D flowers. If I have time, I'm going to do the tutorial on here. If not, I'll refer the link to this flower that I already have. The only difference is I've done with 3 petals and not 2 on that tutorial. So it's the same concept as it is, but except I had added another one. The tutorial is done. So if I don't have time to do it here, you can just do the second row and then chain 4 in the back and close it in that single in between the petals. Chain 4, single, chain 4, single, in order to create the granny square right after that. And 8mm beads. Okay, so let's get started. I'll be using a 2.7 hook. My poor hook is all destroyed, but they don't have the size here, and it's very hard to get it shipped in. So we'll work with what we have for now. And of course, a pair of scissors and a small one to tuck in your loose ends. And enjoy the tutorial. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's extremely important. And subscribe if you have. There's a lot of you creating my patterns that don't even give me a thumbs up or don't subscribe when you know it's all free, you know. It costs you absolutely nothing to return the goodness back to me or to any other creator. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with chain stitch. I'm going to see if I like the length. I don't know how many chain stitch yet. If you want to go bigger, you can increase by 12 chain stitch. And I should use my bigger hook. I keep telling you guys, but I keep forgetting to show you because I'm so used to creating it that I loosen up my stitch. So I'm using a 3.0 hook for that first start. We don't want a tight tension or it's going to curve like a U shape, not pretty at all. So I'm going to continue to do chain stitch until I think that I have the size that I want. I have done 48 chain stitch. Now if you want to go bigger, all you have to do is increase by 12, every 12. Okay, I'm also going to do after this 48, or even if you increase by 12, each time you increase by 12, you must do 5 more at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain stitch. So I'm going to come back on my 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and doing double crochet. Change my hook. So 1 double crochet per stitch, remembering to grab those 2 loops. Don't grab only 1 loop. Go right on the center because it will turn like a U shape. It's not pretty. Okay, and I have to mention this all the time because there's always new beginners that come into the channel or new subscribers, and these are like small techniques, things that they can learn and not make the same mistake as a lot of people do. So 1 per stitch until the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I have a total of 50 double crochets. I'm going to come on that last one, and I'm going to put markers, obviously, okay, because of you guys. So I'm going to add on this last double crochet that we did, the 50th, 5 more double crochet. With that last double crochet we did will give us a total of 6 at the oval here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 double crochets. And then I'm coming on that very first one where I did the chain stitch and starting my first double crochet. So I'm going to put the markers on so you guys don't get confused. So I'm going to put a marker. So we have that last double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the oval 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm putting a marker right after that 6th, and I'm going to put a marker before we enter those 6 double crochets. Okay, so that's going to leave us with a 6 on the oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll be doing the same thing to this side when I get to it. Oosh, almost took everything down, didn't I? So now we're going to do 1 double crochet per stitch until the other oval. And then I'll come back again and put the markers on so you guys can see where I'm at. I'm doing my double crochet on that very first chain stitch we did. So we can have a nice flat surface here like that. Make sure it's not too loose because it's not pretty when it becomes too loose on that chain stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the other oval. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my double crochets from the very first of the side where we have the marker to the before last, because we have those chains that we have here that we turned over. Okay, I have 48 double crochets. Now we are to have 48 on this side and 48 on this side. I'm going to come in this last one here and I'm going to add 5 more double crochet. With that 3 chain will make my 6. This is part of the oval. So I have so far 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to come in that chain and I'm going to close it up nice and tight so there is no space in between. And I'm going to put my marker also on that 48. And of course I'll have it on this side also. I'm just going to put it sideways because that's the very first one of this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I must be missing something here. I think I put it inside of the other one, did I? No, it's the other side. Okay. Let me just recount this. Oh, because it pulls, it's hitting behind it. Okay. 1, where am I now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm missing one. Okay, so it's always good to check because that pulls behind it, and not a good thing. Not a good thing when it pulls behind. Should have waited maybe to do my marker when I was still doing that oval, right? Okay. So this one is the first one from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think it makes more sense now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then with the corner, the 3 chain here is my 6th. Okay, and give it a nice tightness. Then I'm coming over to the very first one, and I'm going to do a single and one chain for my very first double crochet of the side. I'm just going to recount them on this side to make sure I have 48. Okay, perfect. We have 48. So I've done my very first double crochet on top of that first one of the marker. So that would be my very first double crochet of the 48, and now one per stitch again until the mark point. And then I'll meet you at the mark point again, because now it's just one double crochet per stitch. Okay, so reaching on my last one, my 48 double crochet, and now I'm going to enter the oval. I'm going to put it sideways because it makes it easier for me to work. So we're entering the oval, the very first one of the oval, and we're going to do an increase of 2 double crochet per stitch. So where we have those 6 double crochets on this oval now, in this second row, we're going to have 12 on each side of the oval. So that's my increase. Okay. Two per stitch, and then coming in, I'm just going to bring this down because coming in on that very first of the 48 with double crochet again. So double crochet over double crochet, 1 per stitch. So we can have the total of the 48 on each side. So entering the 6, we did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. We'll repeat the same thing on this oval here, the 12 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm stretching my thread a little bit, not by much, coming into the next one. Now automatically, because we're going into the next one, you have to remember when you come back, you have one of the 48 to do because we're going over, and unless you want to start your 3 chains there. Okay, so we're doing again those 48 double crochets, but of course my 48 will be when I come back and do that first one. So 1 per stitch until the oval, and then I'll come to you once I reach the oval. So this base has been, I've created God knows how many centerpieces, the oval centerpieces with it so many times, but of course different stitching afterwards. But the base itself is very repeatedly in a lot of my patterns for the ovals. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the mark point. Okay, everyone, so I'm at my marker. I'm coming in the oval. On that first double crochet of the oval, I'm doing 1. On the second, I'm doing an increase. So the increase is on the second double crochet of the increase on the previous row. So the first one, 1 double crochet, the second 2, 1 double crochet, and on the second 2. So that's my increase. 1 double crochet, on the second increase, 2 together, 1 double crochet, and 2 together. My last increase, 1 double crochet, no, not my last, I still have 1 more, and 2 together. 1 double crochet and 2 together, and then I come into that very first double crochet of the side. So I'm just gonna move my markers up a row, so and turn it like sideways so it does not bother me. Okay, so first one, double crochet, increase 1, increase 1, increase 1, increase 1, increase 1, increase. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 double crochets on the oval, and you must repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'll meet you at the end, because now we are already on our first of the 48 double crochet. Remembering when you get to the end here, if you did like me, you must come and grab that last or that first double crochet, because we went over with a single and one chain. Okay, everyone, so reach the end, closed in with slip stitch. Don't forget to do that very last one. I'm coming over to the next double crochet, and doing a single and one chain. Again, repeating exactly what I did with the previous row. So went over to the next one. So we know automatically we already have 2 here that belongs to the side. Okay, which is this one and this one, because we keep going over one. So unless you're doing your 3 chains straight going up, and I'm going to move my marker up before we get confused here. So I'm on, here is the very first of my 48. So that means I have 2 that I need to complete, and then 1 per stitch until the mark point. Now it's not going to be any different on this row. We are on 1, 2, 3, 4, row 4. When I get to the marker, I'm doing my double crochet, 1 double crochet, increase on that second increase. Okay, double crochet, so that's 2 alone, 2 together, 2 alone, 2 together, increase on the second increase. Okay, so I'll meet you there at the mark point. So I've reached my marker. I have that very first double crochet of the oval, 1 double crochet. My increases are there, so on the first one, 1 double crochet, and on the second I'm doing my increase, 1 again, 2 by itself, and on my increase I'm doing my increase, and that's how it's going to be on both ovals on both sides, and then 1 per stitch. I'm going to move my markers up because I don't want you guys to get lost. I'll meet you at the end. So we are on row 5. Okay, the last one we did was 2 alone, 2 together on row 4. This row 5 will be 3 alone, and on the second increase, 2 together. 1, next stitch 2, and next stitch 3. So it falls right on top of that increase. On the second of the increase, 2 together. 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth, which is the second increase, 2 together. 1, 2, 3, on that second increase, 2 together, and on the other oval will be the same thing. Okay, second increase, 2 together, and I have a knot here of thread. Oh, nice. Then again, 1, 2, and 3. So we started with 3. Actually, we have our increase here, 2 together on the last one. Okay. So here's my marker, 1, 2, and 3, because we keep going over, remember, for the people that are going over like I am. And then 1 per stitch. I'm cutting my thread after this, and I'm going to come in with that darker lime green, and we're going to be doing single crochets, 1 per stitch. The next row, there is no increase on the singles. Okay, now don't forget, when you get to the end, you have those 2 double crochets to do, because we kept going over. Okay, that's part of the 1, 2, and 3 before that increase, exactly how we start at the beginning with the 3 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end and coming in on my marker with the single with the lime green. Okay, everyone, so finished my row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this row is just singles all the way around. There is no increase. Starting at my marker, single. You can start your single however you used to. Single crochet all the way around. No increase on the oval. Just 1 per stitch. Don't tighten it too much. If you have to use a hook size bigger, go ahead, in order to loosen up your tension a bit. Some people have a hard time in controlling the tension. So single crochet all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. I'm cutting my thread after this. Okay, everyone, so finished my single crochets, coming in with this beautiful mixed purple, lavender, white, color number 50. So now we're going to be doing the popcorn stitch. So I'm going to start exactly where my marker is, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets. So 1, all in the same stitch, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come in that first one and close it in. So 2 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, 5 double crochets again. That's all we're going to do until the marker. Now at the oval we have to alternate. Again, 2 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. So I'll meet you at the marker before the oval. 5 double crochets, 2 chains, skip a stitch. Okay, everyone, so marker to marker, which right on the marker would be skipping 1. Okay, so I have 25 popcorns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now, where we have the increase, okay, we're right after, we're not skipping. We need 6 increases of popcorn. That means on that second increase that we have here on the previous row, we don't skip a stitch. We go directly, we do the popcorn and then the one right after. Okay, we need to do that like 6 times. I hope you understood, but anyway, you'll see it as I'm showing you. So 2 chain. I'm going to skip here because I need to get to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet, 2 chain, skipping again. I land right on top of that second increase. So I'm going to do my popcorn stitch right there. Two chain. I'm going directly. I'm not skipping any. So that's my first increase. Okay, so Then I'm skipping a stitch until approximately the other. So skip one into the next one. So I have one crease only. I need 5 more. 2 chain, skip a stitch, we fall right into the second increase again. So here we know that the next one I'm not skipping any stitch. This is my second increase. Two chain, go directly and create your popcorn. So I have 2 increases. We need 6 altogether. So we know that it lands right on top of the second increase of the previous row. And then right after that, you don't skip. Two chain, skip a stitch into the next one. Two chain, skip a stitch, I fall into the second increase. So we know that the next one we don't skip, we do. So that will be my third increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the mark point. Okay everyone, so far I've done 5 increases. I'm almost, actually one before my marker. I have 18 so far from my marker here to that one. So as you see both together, that means I did not skip any. So I have my first increase, my second increase, my third increase, my fourth increase, my fifth increase, and I'm going to do my last one right on top of the marker because I'm right on top of that increase. So coming in this one right after on top of the marker, doing my 6th increase. Two chain. Now I can start skipping one because I'm on the sides now until the mark point, and repeat the same thing on the oval on the other side. Okay, so skip a stitch into the next one. And that's how we're going to do until the mark point, and then we're going to repeat the increases 6 times like we have it on here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I'm down to my last one. Now we have to have 84 popcorn. So I'm skipping one, and this will be my 84th, and that means my all the way around 84 popcorn. Okay, so I've done all my increases. And then closing in. With slip stitch. Okay, so I have 84 popcorn all the way around. Okay everyone, so I've cut my thread, and I'm going to come in with the lavender. Right here's my marker, my poof. So right on that chain right after, I'm doing 2 singles where we have the 2 chains, okay, until the mark point, because then we have to alternate at the mark point. We need to do 6 increases with the singles as we did with the popcorn stitch. So 2 singles inside of these 2 chain space. Okay, and I'll meet you at the marker. Okay, everyone. So, past the mark point actually, because we're going to be doing increase where we have the back-to-back poof, 3 singles. So we're still, so it's actually right on the increase down here. So still doing 2 singles. On this one where we did not skip, we have the 2 popcorns together. We're doing 3 singles, and then next one, 2 singles. I hope it's not too dark here because sometimes it's very sunny out there, but this room, let me tell you, 2. Again, 1, 2. On this one here, I'm doing 3, so that's my second increase already. No different than what we've done with the popcorn stitch. So 2 singles into the next one. We know that the next one is 3. 2 singles here. I'm doing 3 singles. 2 singles into the next one. 2 singles. We know we have the increase here, so 3 singles, and that's how it's going to be. Okay, and of course the sides is only 2 singles. Singles. And here we have 3 singles, our increase. So remembering that we have to increase 6 times, right? Like we did with the popcorn on this oval and also on this oval. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone. So did my last increase of the singles on that last popcorn there. Now I'm going to go over to the next. Sorry for the banging, people. Did a single one chain for my first double crochet. Again, double crochet. Just when I pause, it goes silent, and then when I come back on, it's banging. Goodness. Okay, so 3 double crochet. I'm going to come back into that empty one just before I skipped, and I'm going to do a sideways double crochet. So make sure that you stretch your thread enough. Okay, and then I'm going to skip 1, so jump 1 and create those 3 double crochets again, and then come back on the one you jumped and stretch your thread and do your sideways double crochet, skip a stitch into the next one, create your groups. I'll meet you at the so where we have that increase. Okay, so we're always skipping 1 until I get here to the increase where we had done those 3 singles. Okay, because it has to change a bit. Okay, everyone, so I've done 13. I'm almost here at where I have the 3 singles. So I'm going to skip 1. I'm coming in that first of the 3 singles with double crochet. On the second one, I'm doing 2 double crochet on the same stitch. That's my increase. Okay, we got to make sure we do skip 1. We have to remember that we have this one occupied. So skip this one. That means the first of the 3. And then on the third one, we're doing on the second, okay, because I had not skipped that one. So here on the third one, 2 together. We have to come back to the one we skipped. Sometimes it looks tricky because it's stretching, right? So you got to make sure that you are skipping. Skip 1 into the next one. Create the 3 double crochets, 1 per stitch. Only at the increases. Did I skip or did I? No. only at the increases we have to do it on the same stitch. It looks tricky because this one's used already. Okay, well, we just have to pay attention to it, right? Okay, so the 3 double crochets, come back in where we skipped, and then skip 1 into the next one. So basically, this is where our increase is. I'm going to the next one, and I'm going to do 2 on the same stitch, okay? So 6 times we must do this. So this is my second time. Skip 1 into the next one. So 1, 2, and 3. Come on the one that we skipped, and then skip 1 again. 1. So we're pretty much on that increase. On this one, 2 together. This is my 3rd increase. Okay, and we must do the same thing on this side of the oval, 6 increases. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished all of my groups of sideway double crochet. I have a total of 48 all the way around. Now this row is going to be singles, 1 per stitch, and when we get where we did those increases, we're going to add 2. We need to do 6 increases by adding 2 singles on the stitch. Okay, so I'm going to come into the next one, single, single. So 1 per stitch until the oval where my increases are. I have to add 2 singles 6 times. Okay, so I will meet you at my first increase right here where we have the popcorns together. That's where I added the 2 double crochets together. So I'm going to do 2 inside of this group here. Okay, so I've reached where I have my increases here, popcorn, right after popcorn without skipping. Remember, we also had to do 2 double crochet on the same one. So on that second double crochet, you can do anywhere. Actually, I'm doing it on the second. So I did 2 together, and then continue until the next increase, which will be the one here. So that means I'm skipping 1 here. And there's not a specific order for these things as long as you add those 6 increases. So on my second one here, this is my second increase, 2 singles, then 1 per stitch. So on my second one here, 2 singles. This is my 3rd increase. Okay, and that's how it's going to be, and also on this side. Okay, everybody, so completed my row. I'm coming back in now with the white. I'm going to come more or less where the marker is. And I had done this row in a different color, in a different stitch, and I didn't like it, so I took it down. But that's just me. Okay, double crochet. Double crochet, trying to hide this little thread, and double crochet. So we're going to be doing 1 double crochet per stitch on here until the mark point, and then I'll meet you at the mark point because we need to do some increases because we're going to be adding our granny squares. Hopefully I have enough room on this video to do the flower, which is very easy, simple, hopefully. Okay, so until the marker, 1 double crochet per stitch. Okay, everyone, so I'm reached my mark point from marker to marker. Now I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do 2 double crochet on the same stitch, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. On the third one, 2 on the same stitch, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 on the same stitch. And this is how I'm going to alternate. Because of the oval, we need enough stitching there to add the granny square. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet on the same stitch, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 and 2. So I'm going to do that until my other marker. I'll let you know how many increases I have from marker to marker on the oval. Okay, everyone. So from marker to marker, I've done 17 increases. Right after my marker here, 2. Then 2 alone, 2. 2 alone, 2. 17 times 2 together. And I must do exactly the same thing on this side. Okay? And then once you hit that marker, which I've already passed 1 or 2, 1 per stitch. So 17 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, already on my 5th. And 1 per stitch until the mark point, and then you have to do those 17 increases again, because the only way that we're going to work with the white to do the attachment, it's very hard here at the oval. If we don't have enough stitching, it's going to pull, so it's not pretty. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished all the way around. Now we're going to do this quick, so just to save you guys time from going from one video to another. So my ring, my circle, my magic circle, single, 2 chain, my first double crochet. I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in that second double crochet, we're working sideways. I'm doing 4 double crochets inside of that second double crochet. Coming back in, single, 1, 2 chain. Coming back in, another double crochet, because we'll be working on this one. 1, 2, 3. Sorry for the banging, people. This construction's driving me insane. 2, 3, and 4. That's included with that single and 2 chain and a single inside. We're going to do this 8 times. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 8 little paddles. Just going to pull this to the back. I'm going to come in and do my last single, and then I'm going to go in that first single we did to do those double crochets, and I'm going to slip stitch through it, maybe if I can get my hook in, slip stitch, and then I'm going to slip stitch to that last 3 chain that we did. Coming in, single, chain 3 into the next 3 chain. We had those 2 double crochets, right? We worked on one, we left the first one behind. 3 chain into the next one. So we're creating 8 loops back here. I'm not pulling the string yet because it makes it very hard to see afterwards where these double crochets that we have to go into. So I'll pull on the string once I work on the next row. So I've come to that first 3 chain we did, coming in that single right at the corner here. I can't see nothing, people. The camera's in my face. I'm going to slip stitch. Now I'm going to work inside of that 3 chain. Single, 1 chain. Coming in, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets. That's not counting that single and 1 chain. 3, 4, and 5. 1 chain, back in with a single. So I have my first paddle into the next 3 chains, single, 1 chain, 5 double crochets. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. So I have 3, 4, and 5, 1 chain and single. Now I'm more comfortable on pulling the string a little bit more, just so I can work better. Pull that paddle to the front. Again, single on the next chain and one chain and 5 double crochets. Once you've completed the 5 double crochets, do 1 chain and a single on the same stitch, on the same 3 chain we've been working on. 1 chain, come back in, single. So at the end you should have 8 paddles. Okay, you guys, I've done my 8 paddles. I've done my single. I'm going to pull this string to the back like that. And now we're going to create 4 chain loops 8 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming in between the paddles on that first and the other loop from the other paddle, single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, on the first loop, I know it's kind of hard to see because it's dark purple, and single. 1, 2, 3, 4. So creating 8 loops so we can work with the green afterwards. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So I've done all my 8 loops, just fixing my paddles to the front. I'm going to come back here and pull well on the string to close it up, and then fix your paddles, you know, because it gets all crumpled up. And now I'm going to come in with my green. So you can start anywhere. I'm going to do a shell of 3 double crochets, so that's building my granny square. Okay, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet, 1 chain coming in the next loop, creating 3 double crochets, 1 chain coming on the next loop, creating my second corner with the shell, with 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet, 1 chain into the next loop, and create 3 double crochets. So you know the next one is your shell for the third corner, right? Shell, then 3, then shell, then 3, and close in. Okay, everyone, so I've added my purl in already. As you can see, you have shell, 1 chain, 3 double crochet on the next loop, 1 chain, shell, 2 chain on that shell, 1 chain, 3 double crochet, 1 chain, next loop, and your granny square is built in. These are 8mm beads. Okay, so on to the granny square now. So I'm going to start on this corner. It doesn't matter really which corner you start. I'm going to do a shell. Two chain and 3 double crochet. So these are shells of 3 double crochets. 1 chain coming in the next 1 chain space, creating 3 double crochets. 1 chain, 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and I'm going to start to attach to the pattern. So I'm at the shell. Here we don't work because only when we, let me just bring this up, only when we attach all the granny square we'll work on that last that last row. Okay. My light, sometimes it flicks, it goes on, it goes off. Oh my God, it's like everything happens to me here. Okay, so one chain on that shell, and I'm going to where my marker is, not where I did the increase, but more or less lined up. I'm gonna come, so I have my increase there on the one right before my increase. So I'm going to come in, and I've done a slip stitch, coming back in and completing those 3 double crochet shells. Okay, everyone. So I've attached, I had to take this pattern down already 3 times, people, because either it was not enough stitch or not skipping enough. And so this is like my 3rd time I took it down. But whatever, this is how I create stuff, right? It either works for me or it doesn't. So I'm going to skip after doing the attachment on the shell. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go into the 4th with slip stitch. I was doing with 3, and I need to do slip stitch, and then I'm coming in and I'm doing 3 double crochet. I was skipping 3, but it was not working out for me, so I had to take everything down. I had quite a bit of flowers done in the tutorial, so down it went. Okay, so again, skip 1, 2, 3, come on the 4th. Hopefully it will work this time. Hopefully, right? Or else I will have to take the whole video down and go with something else. So again, I've created, so I skipped 3 chain or 3 stitch. Light is bothering me today. My goodness. It's not the noise, it's the light. Oh my Lord. And then I'm coming back in again. So skip 1, 2, 3, go on your 4th. Just want to make sure 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, slip stitch, and then coming in to that shell in the corner. So doing the 3 double crochets, 1 chain, skipping 1, 2, 3, going into the 4th again, slip stitch, coming back in the same one to complete my shell, and doing the 3 double crochets. Okay. Now, 1 chain. We're going to prepare this side to start the attachment with the other granny squares. So 3 double crochet, 1 chain, 3 double crochet, 1 chain. And here at the shell, we only do 3 double crochet, and we're going to attach the next granny square. We don't touch the top until the last row. So grab another granny, any corner, come in and do 3 double crochet. I'm not doing any chain stitch in between. Light, what is wrong with you? My goodness. So 2 double crochet and 3. No chain stitch. So back with back now. Back with back on that granny. We're not doing any chain stitch. Going directly in. Single. Coming into that first granny. And completing 3 double crochets. Back into the next one. I'm not doing any chain stitch because this single is like as if we're doing that 1 chain that we did on the other granny, remember? So always when applying, adding another granny, we don't do any chain stitch. And then only on this side we're going to do, because that's the preparation of the next granny. So single, and then again, I mat the shell in the corner. Now this corner, each time we do apply the granny square, one chain, we have to always come back to the same stitch as we have the other shell here. So slip stitch, and then coming back in to complete the shell. And how we keep adding on is like an L shape. Okay, only the first one, obviously, because we had to prepare it for the next. Let me bring this up for the next one, right? So now we always attach a like L shape, always into the granny, into the pattern, into the granny, into the pattern. So again, oh, there goes my light. And it just keeps flicking. Oh, get it together. Maybe you'll stay together now. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, so I've completed my shell. No chain stitch. I'm going to come into the pattern. I almost lost my brain there for a second. Skip 1, 2, 3 into the 4th. Let me see if I'm right or if I'm being mistaken. No, I'm okay. So into the 4th, because sometimes people, I'm telling you, it's like my brain just freezes with so many stitching, right? So again, 3 double crochet. On top of that, with cameras in my face, the light keeps flicking. It's always something, right? Did my 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Slip stitch into the granny square, complete the 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Slip stitch. You can do a single if you want to close with a single. I just went with the slip stitch, so I'll keep with the slip stitch. But a lot of times I do close it in with a single. Okay, only on the shell, 1 chain. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Slip stitch. Coming back in. So we know that the next granny square we're going to add, once we're going to prepare this side now here for the next granny square to be added. But once we get to the shell on the other granny square, we have to come back here on that stitch and add the shell with shell, okay? So 1 more. So 3 double crochet. Now we're on the side. Okay, remember we only attach the L shape. 1 chain. Only when we're doing it like this to prepare it for the next granny, we do 1 chain. Not when we're adding the granny, because the single is already a 1 chain. So 1 chain and the 3 double crochets. If you need, to rewind the video, especially for beginners, to see how it's being attached, then go ahead, right? So we're at the shell at the corner again. 3 double crochet only. Grab the next granny. And you can start any corner and do the 3 double crochet on the shell. And then back with back. No chain space. We're going to go directly into that first 1 chain space with a single. And then again, 3 double crochet. And then into the back one, single, into the front. 1, 2, and 3. Into the back, single. Now I'm at the shell. Remember what I said, each shell here has to be attached at the same place as the other shell from the other granny square. 1 chain. Come on the same stitch, slip stitch, come back in, complete your shell, and then it's just a repeat now what we've been doing. Then 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, slip stitch into the next one and create your 3 double crochets. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. Okay, everybody, so I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On this 5th one, I'm giving 1 chain going into the pattern, 1 chain coming out of the pattern, because if we don't do that, I had to take it down already a few times. It's if I cut double crochets, that means instead of skipping 3 and I skip only 2, it's 2 crumpled up. And if I don't do a chain space going into the 4th, it's too stretchy. So what I did was 1 chain going in, 1 chain coming out, okay? And you see if it works for you, because everybody's tension is different. Sometimes you will have to do a chain and sometimes you don't. You see if it's pulling or curving, you know, in order to see if you have to work on that 1 chain space, which I definitely did have to on this 5th one, and I'm sure I'm going to do it on this one too, because that's right at the top of the curve. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you once we attach it. So I'm getting ready. I didn't do any chains going from granny square to granny square. So here's still the same concept, 1 chain slip stitch, but I am going to do 1 chain coming out of it. Okay, normally we weren't, which I won't on the sides, but here on the right on the curve, yeah, I have to. So 1 chain, 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, and then 1 chain coming out. Okay, I find it's too, if I don't, it's pulling too much, and if I skip less, it's pulling too much too, or too baggy. Anyway, you know how it is when you create something. It doesn't always go as smooth as we want to. So 1 chain coming out and 1 chain going in, okay? But you might not have to need to do that. Maybe your tension is different than mine. So 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, 1 chain, and I'm coming in to the shell. See how this works. 1 chain, 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, 1 chain. Remember, I was only doing 1 chain going in, not coming out on the shell. Of course, the other ones I wasn't even doing a chain, but I think it calls for it because then it will pull. Okay, that's much better. Much, much better. Then once it's blocked and everything, it will go into place, which is perfect. Okay, so if I have to do a 1 chain going in and out with this one too, I'm going to do that. All right, so you see whatever works for you. You might not need it. I do, so I have no choice. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to my normal with no chain. Okay, everyone, so I'm down to my last one. It's 15 flowers all around. Now, on this last one, I didn't do any chain going into the pattern. The other 3 up top I did, and the other side also. And we're just going to close in with that very first one that we did, okay? Oh, and by the way, here on this last one, I only skipped 2 and went into the 3rd in order to fit the square in, okay? So I'm at the shell. I'm going to do 1 chain, and I have to come in the same one as we started, okay? That shell in the corner. And then 1 chain, I'm coming back in, completing that shell. Now once you block it, everything gets straightened out. But let me tell you, this one was a real a real good challenge for me, with all the times I had to take it down and the videos down because it wasn't going in properly or because I didn't like it. Oh my goodness. But perseverance, you know, just gotta keep trying until you get it. Of course, this demands a lot of patience for sure, even though I wanted to pull my hair out a few times, but you know, that's just how it is. You guys would really crack up on behind the scenes. Maybe one day I'll do behind the scenes thing here as I'm recording. I mean, it is something else. Okay, so one chain. I'm coming in that very first shell of that very first granny square we did, and I'm doing a single to close it out. One chain, not even one chain, no chain, because we already have that single there. And complete your shell. One chain, and then coming and completing that granny square. And this is what I mean at the beginning. This is how we're gonna finish the row all the way around, by just completing the granny square all the way around. One chain, coming in and completing those shells. So 3 double crochet, one chain only, and I'm coming in where we did the attachment on the other one. Okay, coming in again, completing the shell on this side, and then one chain in between. I'm just going to show you to give you an idea. So it looks all messed up at this point, but once you block it and have it nice and straighten out, it falls perfectly into place. Okay, so basically we are closing out our row of the granny squares, right? So 15 flowers, as I mentioned. The last one I had to skip only 2 and go into the third in order to fit that 15th one in. And I'm pretty happy with it after like so many times taking it down, right? I won't be needing any of these markers anymore. So we can take it out. There's no need to have it here and stretching the thread. I think overall it looks absolutely stunning so far. We still have the edging to do and all kinds of stuff, right? So as you see, so we complete. Now another thing is, if you find that it's too tight for you, it's pulling too much, do a 2 chain space instead of 1. There is no rules for this, right? So probably on the oval we have to do a 2 chain space, okay, to be on the safe side. Depends upon your tension. I mean, some people don't have to and some do. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I've completed all my granny squares. Okay, everyone, so I've noticed that it pulls a bit. So what I'm going to do, sorry about that, but I'm going to do a 2 chain instead of 1. Now I could have just mentioned that at the end, but sometimes it's best just showing you guys when you're not sure about something. And like I said, a lot of times if I make a mistake, I will I usually don't add it, except this time for all the granny squares, trying to fit them in. So 2 chain, and here I'm going to do, so we're going to complete that granny square. 1 chain, I'm coming in the center with single, 1 chain again, and then complete the other granny square, the shell here at the corner. 2 chain, because it will pull too much on the pattern, and I prefer to have it a little bit loose because this is the oval. So, but I'm doing a 2 chain all the way around just to make sure that nothing is pulling. But like I said, everybody's tension is different. You might not need 2 chain. You might just do it with 1 if you have a loose stitch. Okay, so complete your shell, 3 double crochet, one chain, coming in the center of those between the granny square, one chain, and then back in, complete the other shell. And that's how we're going to do all the way around. Much better. It was pulling, now it just stays flat, which is perfect. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I pretty much finished my row. So I'm going to go into the next one. This row will be about singles, one per stitch, where we have that one chain, single, in the center, single, again inside of the other shell, single, and then one per stitch, all the way around the same way. So here we have the two chains. I'm doing two singles. Okay, only inside of, in between the shells, that we're doing a single, because we have a single in the middle, another single. Okay, so the two chains, single, 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 two inside of the two chain space, single, and one per stitch. Coming into the shell, I'm doing a single, one in the center of the two shells. We have a single there, so over the single, one inside, and one per stitch, all the way around the same way. And then I'm cutting my thread, and I'm coming in with a different purple, because I know how much she loves purple, and I know for a fact that she loves these colors. So we're going to give her what she loves, right? So I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my singles. I was going to change color at this point, but I'm not going to, because I've changed my mind. As a lot of you knows, I change my mind here and there. I will use that purple, which is number 38. I absolutely love this purple too. It's just gorgeous. But for flowers, okay? All right, so slip stitch. I'm coming into the next one, single, single, and single. So I have three singles, chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm coming in the 7th with single, and again repeating the 3 singles. So this row is all going to be about 3 singles and 7 chain. 3 singles, 7 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 7th. Single, single, and single. All the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my 7th. Single, next stitch, single, next stitch, single. And that's what we're going to do all the way around the pattern. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I have 35 loops of 7 chain. I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come behind. Actually, I'm going to go, not yet, behind, because it'll confuse you guys. Slip stitch, come in the center of that 7 chain, single 2 chain, and do 8. Is it 8? Let me see. I'm going to check. So 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets. 1 chain. Again, 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, right below that middle single of the 3 singles, we have the single here. I'm going to do a front post single, and then come back in that 7 chain again and do 7 double crochet, exactly what we did. This is what we're going to do all the way around. Okay, so I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 chain back in with 7 more. So my light just flicked off again. How interesting. Oh well, what can I say? Playing funny. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have that single right below it, front post, single. And this is how we're going to do all the way around. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so I've closed in with slip stitch after doing my front post single. On that middle single, I did a double crochet. Now I'm going to do a 5 chain. I'm coming in with a darker green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to create a V in order to create the flowers inside afterwards. So, have my first V, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming in the middle, I don't know why my light keeps flicking. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. It's either light, it's construction, it's dogs, you name it. Okay, hopefully it's fixed now. 4 chain. In the center of that 1 chain we did by the bottom, we're going to do a single and 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back in the middle of that single and create your V. So double crochet. It's raining, men are talking, they're pissed off because they can't continue the construction. It's unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, come back in, double crochet. So here's my V. That's what we're going to do all the way around. Okay, everyone, so I did my last 4 chain. I'm going to come on that very first double crochet, slip stitch, and then come in the center, single 2 chain. So my first double crochet will be making popcorn stitch with 5 double crochets. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming on that very first one, or the third chain, the second chain, because I did a single 2 chain, close it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Back in, not 5 chain, sorry, 3 chain. I don't know what I was thinking. It just happens, people. Coming back in with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3 chain. Going back up. 2, 3. Actually, I can't count that as 3 because we did a 3 chain coming down. You have to do the 5 double crochets for the popcorn. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of course, with that 3 chain would be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See if 7 is enough. And then continue again with the 5 double crochets. So doing the popcorn, this is how we're going to work all the way around. So 3, 4, 5. Come on that very first one, close it in with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3 chain. Come down, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3 chain, and your 5 double crochets again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if I might have to go to a second video. It's probably taking a lot of memory on the mobile already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. And repeat again the popcorn. So I'll meet you at the end of my row. I'll be cutting my thread after that. Okay. Okay, everyone. So pretty much finished all my little leaves. Coming in now with that gorgeous purple to do my flowers. And we're going to go in the center of these popcorns, the 2 popcorns, and of course we're going to create popcorns. So I've done 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5 double crochet. Coming in that very first one, closing it in with slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Coming back in, doing 5 double crochet popcorn. These are my flowers. Now, of course, you could use whatever colors you want. I wanted to make sure to give her this beautiful purple, and here goes the noise again. So I've done the other 5 double crochets, popcorn, close in with slip stitch. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming in that single with single, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain again. So creating those 2 popcorns again with 5 double crochet, then close in with slip stitch, 3, 4, and 5. Coming on that first one, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Coming back in with 5 more double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in the first one, closing in with slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. In that single with single. Okay, so we're going to repeat that all the way around. How gorgeous that is, right? Okay, everyone, so I finished all my beautiful little flowers. Coming in with the white, getting big. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a double crochet on that 5 chain going up. You can start your double crochet however you used to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochet. Now I'm going to come in to that popcorn from this side to this side, front post single, and then coming back in and doing again 8 double crochet. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inside and out on the other side, front post single, and then 8 double crochet coming down that 5 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 double crochet. Now we have that 1 chain on the white. We're going to do a single, and it hides all of the other chains. And then coming back in that 5 chain again with the 8 double crochet. And this is how we're going to proceed all the way around. And I think it looks amazing. I'm pretty happy with it, as much as I had so many headaches with it. But I love a good challenge. I've mentioned that quite a few times on the videos. So I'm okay with it. 2, 4, 6, 8, and then come in, front post single, and 8 double crochet again. So I'm just going to do a little bit so you can see what it looks like. Okay, everyone. So I did a few of them just so you guys can see how beautiful it looks. So this pretty much does it for this video. I think there's enough details. We don't want to overpower too much the pattern. I'm sure she'll be very happy with it. Maggie, I hope you enjoy the pattern. It's made out of love with, you know, so much dedication into it, because you are so special and well worthy of every little headache and sweat and pulling hair that I did. So I love you dearly, and enjoy the pattern, and God bless you, and thank you so much always for supporting me, and always, you know, being there as a good sister, as a good friend. It's unbelievable how we met through my channel, and here we are, such good buddies as sisters. So God bless you. I will name the pattern, of course, after you, my dear, but because I can't, you know, it's such a long name, Maggie Jean Baptiste, I'm probably going to put Maggie J. How's that? And you'll know it's yours, right? Named after you. So God bless you. Thank you, everybody. God bless every single one of you. And please, if you have not subscribed, do so and give a thumbs up on the video. I will see you in the next video. Once I've completed, I will have a little video at the end, of course, with the pictures. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.